Namaste viewers and welcome to benditlikeld. Today's video is a special request from one of my viewers, a yoga sequence for sciatica. So this is a sequence specially designed for those suffering from sciatic pain originating from the sciatic nerve, causing literally a pain in the butt or a pain radiating from the lower hip all the way till the ankles. So let's get started. So as usual, sitting up nice and tall in any comfortable seated posture, allowing our body, breath and mind to center first. Staying here for about 5 to 10 breaths. And slowly, as usual, starting with our cat and cow stretches. It's always good to start with cat and cow stretches to warm up the spine so that you can go more easily into the deeper practices later. So slowly coming on to your knees with your knees hip distance apart, palms directly under your shoulders. As you inhale, drop your back, lift your chest and shoulders. And as you exhale, rounding your back and gaze at your belly. So it's important to understand where the pain is radiating from, especially with sciatica. So there are two types of sciatic pain. One could be due to a tight piriformis muscle pinching on the sciatic nerve, wherein the pain will start radiating from the butt with a tingling sensation down towards the ankles. Or the pain could also be due to a herniated disc pinching on the spinal nerve and the sciatic nerve, causing a pain radiating from the lower back. So we will address both the issues, and it's always good to do the entire practice addressing both areas so that you can completely benefit from the session. So starting with the first pose, thread the needle pose. This itself is a fantastic posture for those suffering from a tight piriformis muscle. So slowly drop your shoulder down, right shoulder down, and stretching it out to the left side. Make sure the hips are in line with your knees. So if you have a tight piriformis muscle, getting into this pose itself will give you about 40% relief instantly. And try to stay here by relaxing the hips, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing your breathing. And slowly repeat on the other side. Of course, I'm showing all of them for about 5 to 10 breaths, but you're absolutely free to hit the pause button and stay here for as long as you feel comfortable. The longer you hold these kind of passive stretches, the greater relief you will experience. On the other side, drop the left shoulder completely down, stretching out to the right side. Stretch your right arm in front of you and simply stay there. And one must remember to do these stretches passively, especially when you have a pain or an inflamed nerve. It's always good to get into the practice slowly. From there, slowly take your knees off the mat and come to Parvatasana or mountain pose. Go ahead and use your blocks. For this sequence, you will most certainly need 2 blocks and a belt. So blocks need not be typically wooden blocks. You can also grab 2 thick books. You can grab a cotton belt that you have with you. And we'll start with a little lunge with a little modification today. So we're going to come to a high lunge, but we're going to keep the back knee bent. Usually we straighten the back knee, but now we're going to first start to bend the back knee. Stretch your arms in front of you, point your index finger, and we're going to slowly twist to the right side. So bringing the right foot to the front, bend the right knee over the right ankle. Keeping the left knee bent, slowly twist towards your right side and slowly point your fingers down to the right. And stay there. So this is to stretch your psoas muscle. Keep the left knee bent because you might have a shooting pain if you're already suffering from sciatica. And slowly release. Stay there for about 5 to 10 breaths or as much as you can, and repeat on the other side. Slowly bringing the left foot to the front. Bend the left knee over the left ankle. And keeping the right knee slightly bent. Slowly stretch your arms in front of you. Cross your fingers, interlock your fingers and point your index finger. Now slowly twist to the left side. So working passively through these postures with the use of props and belts and blocks are extremely beneficial in slowly stretching that muscle out and getting the benefits of the practice rather than getting into dynamic or active stretches. And it's also important to note that a lot of times you also need to strengthen rather than stretch. So it's very important to strengthen your quadriceps, strengthen your hamstrings. So next we'll go with a lunge the proper way. So slowly bring the right foot again in between your palms. Stretch the left leg a little more behind you. This time make sure the back kneecap is lifted up. And we're going to do a slightly high lunge by squeezing your inner thighs together, lifting your arms all the way up. You don't have to go deep into the lunge. Stay just with the right knee over the right ankle, keeping the hips slightly elevated, pulling up the back kneecap. Staying here for about 5 breaths. And slowly release. Make sure your front leg and back leg is completely active. And move on to the other side with your left foot in the front. Pull up the back kneecap, right leg, right kneecap back. Lift the hip up slightly. Squeeze your pelvic muscles and thighs closer in. Lift your arms all the way up. And staying here for about 5 breaths. And slowly release and take your left leg back to Parvatasana. And slowly step to the front and slowly come up. So we must also remember that a lot of time a sciatic pain or a sciatic pinch nerve could also be because of many factors like tight hamstrings. So it's also good to work on the hamstrings using blocks always, because we don't want to go too deep into these postures as there's already a pain. So you're going to keep 2 blocks in front of your feet. Inhale, lift your arms up, and as you exhale, slowly fold forward. Now start with the block at the highest height first. Spread your fingers onto the block. Don't try to hold the block, just place your palms on the block and start to engage your feet now. Keeping your knees straight, slowly shift your weight towards your toes. Keeping the back straight, chest and spine lifting up. Gaze ahead of the blocks and stay there for about 15 to 20 breaths if you can, allowing the hamstrings to open up gently. And slowly, once you feel your hamstrings a little more better, then you can reduce the height of the block if you wish. You can keep it at midpoint. You can increase this will be a little more intense on the hamstrings, but do it only if your body allows you naturally. Otherwise, continue to keep the blocks at the highest height. Slowly bend your knees, inhale and come up. This is a fantastic posture for your hamstrings. It's also good to open the back of your butt, your thighs, your calves. And we'll move on to our next pose, Parshvottanasana. I really cannot say enough about this asana. I think this asana is like a multitasker. It has a host of benefits to it. So slowly bring the right foot, keep it in between the blocks. Taking your left foot back at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lift the arms up. Make sure you're pushing the left hip forward so that your hips are nice and square. And slowly start to fold forward very, very gently. Placing your palms on the blocks again at the highest height. Now keeping both your feet engaged, pull the right hip back and down. So the tendency for the right hip is to move forward. So you want to consciously pull that hip back and down. Engage the back foot firmly. Keep pulling up the back kneecap. Press your palms on the block. Inhale, lift the chest and spine up. With every exhalation, start to straighten the front knee as much as you can. A lot of deep sensations here. But try to hold the posture, shift your awareness to your breath. Long inhalations and deeper exhalations will work wonders in this pose. And again, as I said before, slowly you can change the height of the block, bring it to a midpoint to increase the intensity, but only if your body allows you. If you have any kind of shooting pain, please back off immediately. And bend the right knee and slowly come up. Slowly bring your right leg back, moving on to the left side. And also one word of caution is if you already have a very deep sciatic pain, you really have to go and visit a doctor first. It's important for you to meet a doctor and probably take some physiotherapy sessions as well, because yoga can only help alleviate pains and aches, but it's not a treatment by itself. So make sure that you visit a doctor, understand, take any therapy sessions, and you can practice this alongside those. This cannot be like a miracle for your sciatic pain. You must remember that. Moving on to the left side. It's always good to err on the side of caution. So pulling your left hip back and down, making sure you're pushing your right hip forward, keeping the hip square. Parshvottanasana, pyramid pose. And slowly adjust the height of the blocks, bring it to a midpoint probably. And probably if you think one side is easier, you could probably even bring the blocks to the lowest point. Try to hold every asana for at least a minute or so on each side. And slowly release and come up. So we're going to do Ushtrasana next. This is to stretch the front of your thighs, so that if you have any tightness in your quadriceps, you can help address that. So slowly coming onto your knees with your knees hip distance apart. Place your blocks behind your feet first. Take your palms behind your back on either side of your tailbone and start to push your hip forward. Roll the shoulder blades back, lifting the chest and spine up. Start to push the hips forward. Now try to keep your hips above your knees and slowly release one palm if you can. Slowly bring that block to the side of your ankles. Place your palms on the block, but work on pushing the hip forward again and moving the spine forward and up. Staying in Ushtrasana, focus on your breathing. Gentle inhalation and exhalation here. Staying here for about a minute or so if you can. Slowly release, come out of the posture very carefully by bringing one palm to the hip and the other palm, and release gently. Sit back on your heels in Vajrasana. Now if your sciatic pain is because of a herniated disc, it's also important to do some back strengthening asanas to bring the spine back in order. So we'll start with a simple Bhujangasana variation, taking your feet hip distance apart. Lift your feet one by one and place it back so that your calves are firmly pressing. Your backs of your toes are pressing into the mat. Walk your palms by the sides of your chest. Stay on your fingertips. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and lift up. A modified version of Bhujangasana. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed away from the ears and slowly release. Slowly bring your palms once again slightly closer to your chest. One more time, push into your fingertips. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest and head up. Trying to push your pubic bone down. Keep lifting the spine up. Use your lower back strength to lift up. And exhale, release. Slowly bring the palms by the sides of your chest now. Bring your feet together, press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift up all the way, roll the shoulder blades back. We'll do a little bit of twist here. Now twist and look towards your right heel. Keep lifting the chest up. And release and move on to the other side. Lift up once again, rolling the shoulders back. Lift and twist and look towards your left heel. Slowly release. And And we finish with a simple Bhujangasana, Saral Bhujangasana, by coming on to your elbows. Make sure your elbows are under your shoulders. Simply place your palms on the mat, close your eyes. Try to let go completely. Try to relax your hips, relax your lower back. Staying there for about a minute or so. And exhale, release. Slowly come up. And sit on the mat and stretch your legs out in front of you. We'll do some deep stretches now to stretch out the IT band, the piriformis muscle that could probably be one of the main reasons as to why you get that sciatic pain. So you need a belt now. You could use any cotton belt or a cotton scarf. So bend the right knee and bring the right knee over the left knee. So you want to try and bring those knees one on top of each other. So if you lift your hips up, you can kind of ensure that the right knee comes over the left knee. Make sure that the bottom leg is active, the left leg is active, toes pointing towards you. You loop a belt around the middle of your left foot. Make sure the belt is nice and straight. Now inhale, lift the chest up, and with every exhalation start to fold forward towards your right knee, trying to bring the chin outside the knee. Now two options here. You can slowly walk your palms closer to your feet if your body allows you. So you adjust the distance between the feet and your palms on the belt depending on how flexible your hamstrings are. So go ahead, take a pose that is comfortable for you. Don't pull the belt too much, just give a gentle pressure so that you feel an opening in the back side of your left leg. And staying here for about 30 seconds to a minute, allowing the hamstrings to open up. With every inhalation, lift the chest up, and with every exhalation, pulling the navel in, moving your chin outside your knee as much as you can. And moving on to the other side, this is fantastic, especially if you have a tight IT band or a pinched piriformis muscle. This could go a long way in getting you immense relief. So align the left knee over the right knee, loop the belt around the middle of your right foot, make sure the right toes are active, right leg is pointing towards you, and inhale, lift the chest up, exhale, fold forward. So walk your palms depending on how flexible you feel. And staying here for about 30 seconds to a minute. And slowly come up, release. So we'll move on to a slightly more deeper stretch now, Agni Stambha or fire lock pose. So most certainly you will need blocks here. So the idea is not to suffer, but the idea is to get into the posture gently and to try and be stable for a long time. So slowly bend the right knee, bring the right ankle over the left knee. So I'm going to show you different modifications using blocks. So choose any option that works for you. So you can place a block under your right knee, you can place two blocks under the right knee and simply fold forward and hold your feet. Here also you can use a belt around the left foot. Stay here. So this helps to open the IT band on the right hip. And slowly you can go deeper into the posture. Once you're there, release the blocks. Now try to bend the left knee as well. Try to bring the left ankle under the right knee. So right ankle over the left knee and left ankle under the right knee. You can place a block under the right knee and simply place your fingertips in front of you on the mat and stay there. This could cause a lot of intense sensation on your right outer hip, but try to stay with the posture by focusing on your breath. Longer exhalations will help you. If you feel it's too much, you can always increase the height of the block and get into the pose. Another modification, you can use two blocks And one more modification is to place one block under the left knee as well. So take one block under the left ankle and place the other block under the left knee. This will give you a lot more deeper stretch. And here, if you can slide your palms a little more ahead so that you feel that intensity a little more. Breathe in and breathe out throughout the practice. And slowly release. And moving on to the other side. Bend the left ankle over the right knee. So again, the simple one is to just place two blocks under your left knee. Take your palms out. Use a belt if you wish. And stay. Going for the second version by bending the right knee as well, using your blocks here under the left knee. You can use two blocks if you wish. So everything depends on you, how your body feels. So take a position that's comfortable for you, which you can hold for a longer time. If you want, you can increase the height of the block to make it a little more accessible. And the last version is to place a block under the right ankle and a block under the right knee. You should feel that stretch originating all the way from the left hip, going on all the way till the knees. And slowly. We're almost done. Slowly lie down on your back, keeping the knees bent. So we'll go to Suchirandrasana, eye of the needle pose, by bending the right ankle over the left knee. Push the right knee out and down. Now you want to lift your left heel, grab your shins, interlock your fingers around your shins and slowly start to pull the left thigh towards you. So every inhalation, open the belly out. With every exhalation, pull the belly in and draw the left thigh towards your chest. This is a fantastic, probably one of the best asanas for those with sciatic pain, IT band pain, tight piriformis muscle. It can address all those issues. I'm showing you two modifications here as well. So you can interlock your fingers under your left thigh or you can wrap them around the shins. And on the other side, bring the left ankle over the right knee. Now make sure you push the left knee down and out. Wrap your palms around your right shin and slowly draw your right thigh towards your chest. Continue to breathe, inhaling and exhaling throughout. Second modification around the back of your right thigh. And release. Slowly stretch your legs out. So we'll do eagle legs now by crossing one knee over the other knee. So try, if you can, cross one knee over the other knee and hold opposite feet. Right palm holding the left foot and left palm holding the right foot, and slowly start to draw those knees towards your chest and pressing those heels down towards the sides of your thighs. Again, a very intense stretch to the IT band, but can get you a lot of relief. And remember to switch sides. Bring the left knee over the right knee. Hold your opposite feet and start to slowly walk your heels down and draw your knees and thighs towards your chest. Slowly release. We're almost there at the end of our practice. It's always good to finish any session with a nice supine twist. It will give you a lot of benefit by releasing all the stress and tension from the base of your spine. So walk your feet wider than your mat and slowly drop both your knees to the right side. Use a block under the right knee. Now slowly lift that right ankle, place it over the left knee. Now give a gentle push down the left knee so that you feel that stretch on your IT band. And slowly take your left arm up and slightly extend towards the right side. So we call this as a monkey pull. This is to stretch your IT band and the sides of your chest. So if there's any compression anywhere there, this can help you get rid of that. Using a block under the right knee will give you a whole lot of relief. So go ahead and do that. And if you feel you're okay, you can release the block and slowly draw your knee deeper to the mat. And repeating on the left side, dropping both your knees to the left first. Place a block under the left knee if required. And take your left ankle, press it down on the right knee slowly and give a gentle pressure so that the right knee goes down and you feel that sensation in your right thigh. Slowly lift your right arm up and extend slightly towards the left side. Slowly release. There you go, you've almost done the practice. How does the body feel now? You must already be feeling a lot of relief after doing all these postures. I'm pretty sure about that. So let me know your feedback, whether this practice really helped you. And if it did help you, then continue doing this at least 3 to 4 times of the week, alongside with your other therapy sessions. And always relax in Shavasana before closing down the session. And bending your knees, slowly roll over to your right side and slowly come and sit up in any comfortable posture. And as always, offering a small prayer of gratitude before we close. Slowly rub your palms. Cup your palms and transfer the warmth to your eyes. Sliding your palms down your face, neck and to the base of your neck. Bring your palms in front of your face with a few blinks. Open your eyes, look into your palms first. Fold your palms and bring it to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.